Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Some days ago, an ex-higher ranking officer who happened to come from Oka, Anambra State, raised an intel of the how the Fulani herdsmen in their numbers, armed ones in their numbers, have taken siege over the five southeastern states, and how they're actually strategically located in the border areas, and has warned the Igbos to be careful and to be red alert over security issues. While Ohanes and Igbo and some other prominent Igbos have decided to reply, and they're not just replying, they're also sending a warning, and they have also told the world or told the Fulani Bandits in clear terms what to expect. And but before we go into the newspaper to find out what it is, Ohanes and Igbo and other prominent Igbo groups are saying about this whole issue, is actually raising a lot of dust. I really would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, the youth wing of the Apex Igbo social cultural body, that Ohanes and Igbo, has given a 48-hour ultimatum, 2 days, 48-hour ultimatum to every Fulani with AK-47 in any part of Southeast, or be treated like bushmeat. The national president of Ohanese Youth Council, Ibuayaka, said this on Monday in reaction to the former Deputy Inspector General of Police, DIG Celestine Okoye's recent statement in a media interview that there are 332 Fulani herdsmen settlers heavily armed with AK-47 rifles across the 5 states of the Southeast Zone waiting to unleash their mayhem on Ndibo. Ibuayaka, in a press statement by his special assistant on media and publicity, Chukwuemeka Chimerue, said any tribe plotting to attack Ndibo now might need to prepare very well. Pardon. Ibuayaka said Igbo youth will not sit idly to watch anybody circle and invade Igbo land. All Fulani herdsmen with AK-47 rifles to immediately vacate their hiding locations in Igbo land within 48 hours, or risk being treated like bush animals wherever they were sighted with what they are carrying, he declared. The statement also read in part: this revelation is in line with a recent research made by International Society for Civil Liberties and the Rule of Law, Inter-Society for short, one of the leading civil society groups in Nigeria, wherein they published that 433 locations in Igbo land are domiciled by these dreaded Fulani herdsmen waiting to attack the entire old eastern region. Those are very strong statements. Buhari and his kinsmen have divided Nigeria, leading the country into anarchy, tribal hate, and crisis. He cautioned the president and his kinsmen to have a rethink on their covert Fulanization agenda and ethnic cleansing of other nationalities in Nigeria, reminding them that the Fulani, who are not more than 7 million in population, cannot successfully conquer over 80 million Igbo. The 1967 to 1970 genocide against Ndibo, where all tribes in the West, Middle West, and Hausa tribe fought against Ndibo, will not repeat again. Fulani should get ready to contend with the forces of all the ethnic nationalities in Nigeria if they go ahead to embark on this impending attack against Ndibo, Ibuayaka stated. Honestly, the level of insecurity in Nigeria is quite alarming. And the first time I heard that information, and the fact that they're strategically located, is worrisome. We keep hearing issues of what Fulanis have been doing. Fulani Bandits, they call them Fulani Bandits. And the fact that the likes of Sheikh Gume has been saying that they should give them amnesty, and that these guys are, they've been maltreated and all that. Maltreated, okay, we understand. Agreed, okay, we understand. Don't forget that there are some other ethnic groups in Nigeria that have been marginalized. I'm talking about major ethnic groups that have been marginalized. They've not taken to arms carrying. No, they have decided to keep talking, keep protesting, or what scenario that they want to see out of the country. They never give that as a yardstick or as a reason to begin to, make other country or make other nationalities uncomfortable in their own homeland. Okay, the law is there to direct us. The law is there to keep us in check, okay, and in order. Now, if the law is there and some persons seem to be above the law, then the law then is becoming useless. That law should be for all and sundry. There shouldn't be two sides of the law. If they said these are criminal offense, okay, banditry is criminality, criminality is against the law of the land, then everyone that breaks the law of the land should face the music. The reason why everybody is thinking towards self-help, towards self-defense, is simply because everybody, most Nigerians are feeling that the Fulanis, technically speaking, are superior citizens, or they are the untouchable citizens, whereby whatever they do, negatively, tend to, go scot free with it. So Nigerians, most Nigerians, some Nigerians from other ethnic groups have decided to, defend themselves. What gave rise to the likes of Sunday Igboho, Sunday Adeyemo, is simply because of insecurity and what the Fulani Herdsmen have been doing in Southwest, particularly in Oyo, Igongo. It began with Igongo in Barakpa. Then it started transmitting, started moving down to other communities. Before then, the strong desire to secede, to have a Yoruba nation, became very prominent, especially coming from Sunday Igboho. Although he has been saying it silently, but became more prominent than simply because of the same Fulani bandits and the same insecurity. You don't keep doing it, even if they are saying that they have their reasons, good reasons, quote and unquote, like Shegumen said, that they have been, the cattle rustling has been the order of the day, and hence they are finding themselves, they're having a way of defending themselves. They can take their cows, take their cattle to the north, open their ranches out there, and so that they, whatever it is, they will have a way around it. Because each time they keep doing this, everywhere they keep going to, they keep, leaving traces of mistrust, mayhem, and insecurity. Which tribe would want to accommodate such? Very few people, I tell you. And now, if for any reason you accommodate them and they commit any crime, the likelihood of your tribe, of you, the indigenous person, suffering the blame game is very high. And at the end of the day, you will not be keeping silent as an indigene in your own community. It's unheard of. So at that point in time, so instead of you allowing them to come and stay and lord over your community, don't even allow them at all. Because this whole thing, at the end of the day, if it's not properly handled, will backfire. It will not all go well. Everybody's screaming the same thing. Everybody's paying deaf ears to it. By the time the indigenous Nigerians will begin to look into this matter, begin to see them as people who shouldn't be lived beside, who shouldn't be allowed to live in their community, then that is not going to be, it won't be good for them. Because I still know out there, there's still some good Fulanis. Yes, there are. Because when you do that, if you are saying that all of them are bad, then you are having that fallacy of generalization, which is wrong. There's still some good hands. But unfortunately, by the time they are stereotyped for these, they may not all go well as for them as a tribe. But let's go wrap it up. Let's proceed that conversation. What's the take on what Iwayaka is telling the Fulanis? 48 hours. Just that ultimatum. In 48 hours time, we'll definitely give you the feedback.